So I'm going to go over an article that I wrote. This would have been in 2010. It was about the Bachelor Women's Tell All, and I titled it. You can tell my name is there. It was on my I'm not sure if I had it on my website or on a blog, but it was in reply to the Bachelor Tells All. So when the people talking were talking to me out loud and falsely accusing that I write about celebrities, I don't write about celebrities. I wrote about this particular Bachelor scandal, which is a reality TV show, and I called this the Salem witch trial redo or Redux or however you pronounce it, aka the Bachelor Women's Tell All. And you can tell I had my name. Nobody made a big deal at the time. That was 15 years ago. But I'm happy to talk about this now because I think it goes back to a lot of what I'm talking about anyway. So I wrote, is it just me? Am I the only person who feels that the worst traits of human nature are currently being celebrated? Society seems to promote the seven deadly sins: envy, gluttony, lust, greed, wrath, pride, sloth. What do I mean? Take last Monday's episode of The Bachelor Women's Take All. What seemed, no, what started out as a little bit of guilty reality show pleasure quickly deteriorated into a toxic cesspool of depravity. Contestant Rozlyn Papa came on the show to discuss whether, instead of finding love with the Bachelor Jake Pavelka, she found love with one of the show's producers. A line of simple questions from the show's host, Chris Harrison, quickly turned into a witch hunt as he encouraged the show's other contestants to bear witness against Miss Papa. As Miss Papa seemed to go down in flames, Mr. Harrison smirked and the audience applauded. Whether or not Miss Papa is guilty is not the issue. No, the issue is whether we, the public, relish modern day witch hunts and Roman gladiator shows. As a society, we enjoy other people's misfortunes. There is a German word for this phenomenon. I think it's pronounced Schadenfreude. Growing up, all of us listened in horror to stories about Puritan societies vilifying women for adultery and witchcraft. Yet we repeat those same mistakes. Since when is it acceptable to publicly skewer another person and hurl accusations against someone who isn't prepared to defend herself? Haven't we learned anything from the past? It's not okay to destroy another person's reputation. Let that person destroy his or her own reputation by his or her actions. No help required. Miss Papa does a good job ruining her own reputation. Flashback to the photo shoot episode where Miss Papa, Sharon Stonedust, displayed her vajayjay. What did you expect from her after that? A candidacy for sainthood? That being said, she should not have to wear a scarlet letter A because a relationship she may have had with the show's married producer. Because of a relationship she may have had with the show's married producer. Who are we to judge her? Haven't we all at some point acted inappropriately? Would any of us want the entire world to see us at our worst? Therefore, let us put down our stones. If Miss Papa did have an inappropriate relationship with the producer, then would this this would be one of the rare times that The Bachelor succeeded in helping someone find love. After all, that what this isn't that what this show is all about? Now, the reason the voices are really angry about this is because I criticized a reality show for going after someone who came on the show. And this is just, it's a show. So they don't think I should have written this. So then they go into other details like, well, I promoted this on the Bachelor website as someone else. You guys already know, and they admitted this, that my mom and I do a lot of my writing together. She doesn't write the material, but she helps me with a lot of things. And when she read this and I spoke to her, I was allowed to write her comment on a website, but it clearly shows my name. So they're going over a lot of other things, and I'm going to do a separate video on that because some of what I have I believe is right, some of it I don't know if it's right or not. But this is what I wrote. You can clearly see in every single instance where they say I'm bashing a woman. If this is bashing a woman, then I would like to know what bashing a woman is. They said something. I clearly am defending a woman. But also, besides defending a woman, I'm defending myself. You see my name. You see how if they're claiming I'm promoting myself on a website when the website is about a show that I wrote an article about. I'm not promoting myself. I'm promoting the show in essence. But I'm also promoting the idea that a show shouldn't do this to another human being. Going back to how my mom and I like to write on the internet, I was not a part of a message board before I started writing for money, pretty much. Once you start writing for money, they want you to promote it and they want you to, talk about things. This was for my blog on my website. But again, that's what writers learn to do. So part of what they're not telling part of what the voices aren't telling the people listening to them is that they're trying to connect this to writers who promote themselves online without telling the world when they're doing it alone, and me who does it with somebody else, which is no comparison. The other thing that they're not connecting is the website that I talked about this, or and I'll in a different video do a separate thing, is the one connected to the show. It wasn't a separate website. So what I'm saying, all this stuff that they're trying to come up with isn't making any sense. So thank you for watching. Again, I'm trying to fill in as much information as possible so that I can get over the lie